case we're into July, heading into Extreme Rules, which currently needs more extremeness added to it. So, we're still doing Wild Card. Hopefully we quit doing Wild Card, because if Joe wants to challenge for the WWE Championship, you know what you do? Trade him to SmackDown. Period. First, we'll talk about Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley wrecking the set. That was wild. That was a hot open for the show. Thought that was good, just seeing him. And it takes me back to, I think it was Jericho being speared by Rhino to get rid of an older set. And I like it. If you're going to change the set, do a storyline for it. If someone's going to shave their head, do a hair versus whatever match. If you're going to tweak something this magnificent and this large of scope, do a match for it. Make it worth something. Braun's been dealing with some injuries, so I'm thinking this is a good time for him to kind of, be on the shelf for a little bit. Come back in a big, impactful way and just wreck house again. Cool. I liked Bobby Lashley's promo. I will say the random I've got a camera, less scripted promos like these were great. Bobby Lashley's like, yeah, next time you end up in house, I'm putting you in a morgue. Short, simple, to the point. That and the one that Ali's been doing, because I'm thinking right now that if you want to make Ali really, really work, I've said for a long time, he is a stack of blank checks. Once Vince starts going, here's what we're going to do. You put a 1 and a bunch of zeros behind that, because that kid is going to flat out print money. He can start cutting those checks, and once they put a bit of the rock attached to that kid, that's it. He's going to take it. So, I do think we'll go super long term here. We'll say Brock cashes in on Kofi. If Ali is the person to beat Brock, that would be insane. If Shane is the one to beat Kofi, and Ali's the one to vanquish Shane, that would be insane. I think there's a great storyline potential for Ali to become a fantastic champion. Either between now and the end of the year, or he's a current odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble, which is weird because we were in July of the year before. And he's got just the right amount of buzz going for him now to carry him all the way through. And I like that you don't need to put someone in the ring every week. You have to build the character every week. Having said that, where's Buddy Murphy at? Did Buddy Murphy, is he the guy who knocked on the door for Aleister Black? Because, yes please. If that didn't work, maybe he's going to hang with Cesaro, and the two of them are going to like, alright, here's 10 minutes, okay? Just do. I want to see Buddy Murphy, Finn Balor. I mean, he's got a fantastic style, great look. I want him to be in that ring, because that's where he works best. So like I said, I'm not doing much. No Firefly Funhouse again, but the puppets are showing up everywhere. I'm feeling like we're missing a single storyline beat where they're like, next episode, Firefly Funhouse, showing up next. And either just the place is wrecked and the door's wide open, like it's been torn off the hinges in, or it's Bray trying to figure out where all his friends have gone. Like, I built this place so you would never leave. We would never have to leave. We could stab, spin, and have fun together. It's missing that one. It seems like it's missing just that one beat to coalesce things. Tag division. The revival are feuding. The Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, and Rowan are taking on Beefy McBeef, Blue Collar Beef, and Space and they're actually taking on. They're really defending their tag. Oh, the New Day. The New Day's all over the place, so you kind of forget what storyline they're currently involved in. We are starting to see a lot of repeats. It's like, oh, These two tag teams are facing in our match. But there's two other tag teams who are on commentary. I wonder if they'll all get involved. Or, these two guys are facing this group of 3 people. The third person is having his own feud. Oh no, Joe attacked Xavier during this match with the War Raider. Viking Raider experience. Okay. I wonder if we'll come back and it'll be a 6-man after break. It's a 6-man. Having said that, Joe is the first person to get a pinfall or submission on Kofi since he won the title. The bit they did with Kofi and Joe, with Joe doing his whole like, it's okay Kofi, I get it. Game recognizes game, that's a fantastic hustle. But you shake my hand, which signifies that you know you're going to lose. But I won't kill your friends and family. And I'm looking at the camera angle, this is a really weird camera angle. Bet you Kofi's going to flip him off. Which he does. And the camera pans over just enough, just to catch it, like the very end. Trouble in Paradise? I was like, good. Way back, I think Jim Ross made a mention that Kofi needs to show a little bit more edge. And lots of people were, no, Kofi needs to be fun-loving. No, it's not Kofi. He still comes out, he still throws out pancakes. But the moment someone's like, I'm going to hurt your friends and family, he goes, well, in the ring, I'm going to put you down. Like I put down, then lists his accolades, his accomplishments. And that's good. It allows him to be fun, happy, and jovial when it's time to be that. But when the chips are down, he's the man kicking the table over. Good. That works. That little bit of edge works so well. SmackDown Women's title. The Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Bayley thing, actually working really well. It allows Alexa Bliss to do what she does best, which is character work. It allows Nikki Cross to get some good in-ring time. She's a great character as well. And allows them to use Bayley's, and it works just well. I think you got just the right amount of pieces in place. Bayley's got a little bit more edge to her. That's a good story. IC title. Finn Balor might be feuding with Shinsuke. I don't know. They're not really giving time on there because Shane has to be all over the place. The Shane, Elias, Drew McIntyre triumvirate. Whose souls will be reaped by the Reaper of Souls, Undertaker. Peace. If it leads to a good singles match where Drew McIntyre and Undertaker get to go at it, and then McIntyre defeats The Undertaker on his way to defeating Roman Reigns, on his way to feuding with Seth Rollins, I'm okay with it. I'd also be happy too if, Shane loses a match, and then that's when Drew goes, yeah, I was a lackey to Dolph, and then I killed Dolph. I'm a lackey to you. I'm waiting for all of your usefulness. Then I'm going to kill you. Nothing personal. It's what I do. I'm reading this book. It's called The Path to Friendship, written by Kevin Owens. I will use you till I can no longer get value out of you, and then I will kill you. Nothing personal. Just money. Kevin Owens going babyface with Edge. I'm fine with that. I think it works well. Kevin Owens is great on the mic. And if he's going to tear into faces and become a heel, he's going to tear into heels and become a face, good. Just don't have him be like, golly gee gosh, guys, no. Kevin Owens is Kevin Owens. Whether he's fighting for his family, whether he's fighting because he's a bad guy, whether he's fighting for the money, or whether he's just punching a dude in the face and he doesn't like him. Kevin Owens should be Kevin Owens. Samoa Joe should be Samoa Joe. They should feel like actual people with basic, easy to understand motivations as to why they're doing what they're doing. Ricochet AJ Styles. Digging it. Digging it. Heel AJ. Reforming the club. I can dig that. I can get behind that. That actually works pretty well. It gives them a nice heel stable to work some stuff through beyond the evil Baron Corbin League of Evil. 24/7. Man, Drake Maverick lucked out with his wife, who's also a wrestler, who is playing along with this beautifully well. And the timing between R-Truth and Drake Maverick, that's like The Rock and Coachman. It's hard to get two people who just boom, 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 boom. They interlock and it's beautiful. It's so insanely over the top. But they're doing it right where they're just sprinkling it throughout Raw and SmackDown. If there's not a big chunk of it, it's like, well, here's a little bit. Here's a little bit. Here's a little bit. Have you ever do the No Way Jose thing and then lay out right in front of right in front of Drew McIntyre, Drake Maverick. Drake Maverick looking at the title, licking his lips. His wife looking at him like, we just talked about this. I know you're not. Yes, dear. I saw a thing on I think it's Twitter where you put side plate and just little stickers. It's brilliant. So brilliant. So you take people who can take the proverbial chicken poop and make chicken salad. But this is like the chicken salad with the curry. And it's just really amazing. And they're adding the right amount of little spices here and there to make it just the best chicken salad you've ever had in your entire life. You would never known it's chicken dressed up chicken salad. Now I'm talking about Raw. Lacey Evans, Baron Corbin. I'm digging those two together as a heel group. I think they work really well because they both have backgrounds that are very respectable, but their characters kind of make you want to punch them in the face or pay to see them get punched in the face. Seth and Becky. Ooh, poor Becky with that. No, man, you're not impulsive. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, not digging that. Not digging that at all. Then the match with Mike Kanellis. Maria Kanellis. I know they seems to be re-signed a contract. Now Maria's pregnant. And then they're doing this storyline of who knows who the father is, but Maria wants Becky Lynch, the man, to be the man who impregnates her. As long as they don't insinuate Xavier Woods as being the other man, I mean, it's okay. I mean, life should imitate art, and art will imitate life. It's a bizarre bit. I'm interested to see how and what the E does with it. But when it comes to out of left field, that's a foul ball into the parking lot. That's how far left that is. But they're trying to do a bunch of different stuff. I'm hoping that after Extreme Rules, we get very clear lanes going forward. You know, if Baron Corbin and Lacey are done getting title shots, which they should be, even though, I'll be honest, if they happen to lose them, and then it builds into some sort of weird, like, cross-promotional match, okay. I mean, there's some things that are going much better now than they were, like, a month ago. And there are other things you can tell, I think, that they just kind of went, yeah, there's the finish line. What? The storyline finishes right there. We just get there and get it done, and then worry about the next storyline. Let's just finish this now and then move on to SummerSlam. We'll start doing some resets then. Plus, with Heyman and Bischoff showing up, I think that we are in for a pretty hard. I will say a hard reset creatively, and a soft reboot when it comes to how they're going to start positioning things. And I know the ratings have been in the toilet, but if both Raw and SmackDown post Extreme Rules, so like from Extreme Rules to SummerSlam, if they can string together consistent episodes that are good, and that have both, you know, a small storyline that takes place within the episode. SmackDown had the Kevin Owens bit. Him going from, like, I'm reading the cue cards to snapping at the end. That's a full character arc done in the story with other storylines going on through it. If they can do that, similar to what they did with AJ Styles, you know, that was a short-term beat. If you didn't catch the week before, you're still okay. You know, they did just the right amount here and there, and they called back enough just right amount to bring it through and have him turn heel. Those sort of short stories that work well and touch other multiple stories at the same time, yes, please, do that. Do that. Basic character motivations. If someone's not going to be doing an in-ring bit, try to do some stuff with them outside the ring. Try to do a little bit to build a lot of characters. So that way then, as you're going through the churn, you've got other characters you can now bring up and make it so much easier to work.